This is a 120 conibear, and I like the 120 over the 110 because it has dual springs. A lot of people out there recommend the 110, and the 120 in my opinion is more efficient. It hits a little bit harder, and I can stake it on both sides, whereas with a 110 I can only stake it off on one side, which makes it much more difficult to secure. It's only going to cost you a couple of dollars more to get a 120, and they weigh about the same weight, and you can easily carry anywhere of 4 to 6 in these in a backpack and not really rack up a whole lot of extra weight. This probably only weighs about 1.5 pounds. It'll work for you time and time again. They really never go bad. And if you do decide to buy some, you want to properly prepare them. So the first thing that you've got to do when getting them new is you want to take like some Dawn soap or something similar and wash all the oils off of them and make sure that you get all the soap off there real good. And then you want to take and set it outside in the elements for anywhere from 2 weeks upwards of 4 weeks so that you can get a rust coating on there. You can also buy commercial dyes, or if you want to do it kind of primitively, you can take something like black walnut and take the hulls of the black walnut, set it in a bucket, let it set for a couple of weeks, and let those dyes seep out into the water. And then you can take your traps and dip it in the black walnuts in order to give it a good color. It's not absolutely necessary. You don't have to dye your traps, but it just makes it a little bit more efficient. The 120s can be set by hand. It's fairly easy to do, but if you decide to carry the 220s, you'll need to use the paracord method in order to set them, unless you're just incredibly strong. And it's much easier to just set them, and it's safer to do it with the paracord. I don't recommend carrying setters. They're heavy, bulky, they don't pack very well, and you can do it just as easily with a piece of paracord as you can with those heavy setters. With the trigger system on the conibears, you tend to have two different sensitivity settings. I prefer to set it a little bit more sensitive, and that would be the notch that isn't quite as deep. And then you'll have a trigger here that will lock into it, and you'll place the dog in between the notch here, and you'll want to, when they come from the factory, they'll be closer together. I tend to like to flare these out so that it covers a wider space in the trap. That way, if you get a slightly smaller animal, it can't squeeze to one side or the other.